I have nothing prepared because you're far too kind. That was all I had. But I'll tell you what, there's a song that I like to do when I get to this portion of the night, and by that I mean drunk. Especially in a place like this, where as I look around, I recognize everybody. Now, some of you have met before. Woo!
April 10th, 09!
Alright, when I say, hey, it is what it is, I call it like I see it. When I say I recognize everybody, I don't necessarily mean that I've met everyone before. I mean that I kind of know where everybody's coming from because I'm coming from the same place. So I generally like to do a song that is not mine. It is a song that I heard for the first time when I watched a certain film. And when I saw that film and I looked around at the people in the room watching it with me, I thought, oh, I thought I was weird. I didn't realize that there was a whole world out there of people like me who can get together after midnight and be weird together. Hopefully this song will mean the same to you than it does to me. Michael Ray was ill the day the earth stood still, but he told us where we stand. And Flash Gordon was there in silver underwear. Claude Rains was the invisible man. Oh, then something went wrong. Both Fay Ray and King Kong, they got caught in a cellular jam. It came from outer space, and this is how the message ran. It's science fiction, double feature, Dr. Rex will build a creature. See androids fighting, and Francis stars in forbidden planets. At the late night double feature picture show, I saw Imogene Carroll was over a barrel when Tarantula took to the hills. And I really got hot when I saw Janet Swat fight a trippin' that shoots poison and kills. Dana Andrews said prunes, give him the runes, and blasting them to lots of skill. But when worlds collide, said George Powell to his bride, I'm gonna give you a terrible thrill, like science fiction, double feature, Dr. Rex will build a creature. See androids fighting, and Francis stars in forbidden planet. At the late night double feature picture show, I wanna go. To the late night double feature picture show by RKO.
Thank you very much for coming. As I'm sure you've all figured out by now, I am Rammstein! You love them, but you don't even know what I'm saying. You're dancing to my song in German. I'm back at your place, fucking your girlfriend all night. We're playing hide the salami to the morning light. You love this, but you don't even know what I'm singing. I'm Big Dugan and Volkswagen. My favorite singer is Nina Hagen. New York, New York, New York. Wiener Schnitzel and a strudel. My uncle Albert took the poodle all night. We're playing hide the salami to the morning light. You love this, you stupid Americans.
All the evil in the world pushing down on you, and all the venom in their words. What could you do? What kind of ignorance causes them to be so sick and violent, evil? You did nothing to them. It's just not fair. You don't deserve it. It's not your fault. You're innocent. It's the world that's wrong. You're innocent. When they scream and when they yell and tear you down, they make your life a living hell. When they come around, there's nothing you can say that doesn't contradict them, 'cause all they want's a victim on which to vent their rage. It's just not fair. You don't deserve it. It's not your fault. You're innocent. It's the world that's wrong. You're innocent. Just hold on. You're innocent. Someday the world will belong to the innocent. So let's wear black, let's blast the Cure and Susie, and then we'll go see the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and then we'll forget to go home. It's not your fault. You're innocent. It's the world that's wrong. You're innocent. Just hold on. You're innocent.
so morbidly. I tried to teach you right, but somewhere I went wrong. 'Cause you sing those death, death, devil, devil, evil, evil songs. Those were her exact words. When 6 pallbearers put her down and laid her body in the ground, my eyes were wet, my face was very long. The pastor said, "Son, here you are. Won't you please take this guitar? Sing, dear departed granny, one last song." And I sang that devil, 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 evil, 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 evil songs. Hell, you know that's how I get along. The world is full of tragedy, so how can it be wrong? Singing that devil, devil, evil, evil songs. Well, I was shopping at Hot Topic, and I was walking out the door, when 2 dumb jocks came up to me. They said, "Hey fag, it ain't Halloween," and they kicked my lipstick to the floor. And I sang that devil, 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 evil, 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 evil songs. Hell, you know that's how I get along. The world is full of idiots, so how can it be wrong? Singing that devil, devil, evil, evil songs. I went down to church on Sunday. I sat up front in a pew. The priest said, "Jesus and Mary too. Son, what the devil's got into you?" "Why, you, Father Riley." Get up and sing a hymn or two. And I sang that devil, 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 evil, 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 evil songs. Hell, you know that's how I get along. Hypocrisy, so how can it be wrong? Singing death, 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 devil, devil, evil, evil songs. I was invited to the White House. The president pulled me aside, the last one. He said, "Son, sing us a song of peace for those evildoers in the Middle East." I rolled my eyes and kicked this rhyme. I sang that devil, 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 evil, 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 evil songs. Hell, you know that's how I get along. The world is full of W's, so how can it be wrong? Singing that devil, devil, evil, evil songs. Thank God he's gone. Well, then I died and went to hell. I could tell right away by the awful smell that this was clearly not the pearly gates, though it could have been the vendor's room. The devil said, "Come here, young man. My wife and I are your biggest fans." So naturally I felt I had it made. Well, then he reached into an iron chest and he knocked the hat off my head. Let's try that again, minus wardrobe malfunction. Let's see. Well, then he reached into an iron chest. All right, now let's try that again without wardrobe malfunction while playing the correct chords. Well, then he reached into an iron chest and he picked the tool that he felt was best. And then he jabbed me in the schlong with a pitchfork that had sharpened prongs. He turned to me and winked and sang this song. He sang devil, 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 evil, 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 evil songs. Hell, you know that's how I get along. I find your song hilarious, but now your soul's precarious. Singing your devil, evil, evil songs. I'm just kidding, kid. Welcome to hell. Enjoy the food court. Devil, evil, evil songs. Hell, you know that's how we get along. The world is full of sinners, so how can it be wrong? Singing devil, evil songs.
That moment I realized I don't hate country. I hate what country's become. So, I thought to myself, wouldn't it be interesting to make an album of country songs that could have come out 40 years ago? And when I woke up the next morning, it still seemed like a good idea. Because I was still drunk. Nonetheless, I've made that record. I'm going to play the title track for you now. It is called Hate Lives in a Small Town. And I would like to dedicate it to anybody or everybody here who, like myself, had the misfortune of growing up in a small town. If you're heading down the highway, down about Route 10, get off on the last exit and take it around the bend, you'll find a small town. But don't go hanging around, 'cause hate lives in a small town. At least that's what I have found. The moms are in the kitchens and the baking pies. They smell so good they're made to cover up the smell of lies in a small town. But pies don't cure all ills, and hate lives in a small town. That's why those moms take pills. Well, I went to the big city, and everyone was wearing black. If they saw that in my hometown, they wouldn't stand for that. I saw kids all covered in tattoos, with mohawks and purple hair. But what really struck me was no one seemed to care. Well, the Knights, they beat the Badgers when they played down in the square. But they saved the biggest beating for a kid with longish hair there in a small town. That kid was me 1 year. And hate lives in a small town, more so if you seem queer. I did. The pastors in the pulpit preaching righteous lies, and the congregation, they don't know he slept with all their wives in a small town. And it's so clear to see that hate lives in a small town, as does adultery. Well, I went to the big city with my clothes in a pack. When I got off at the station, there was no turning back. I met freaks and creeps and weirdos, loose women and some geeks. And they were the nicest fucking people I'd ever hoped to meet. Rolled into a small town, they're nice as they can be. But at night they put on sheets and hang your sad ass from a tree in a small town. Don't dare be different, 'cause hate lives in a small town, unless you're just like them. So if you're living in a small town and you feel you're in a vice, buy yourself a ticket, kid, hell, just take my advice. Leave the small town, be quick as you can be. Get out make an old school country album that could have come out 40 or 50 years ago. And when I woke up the next day, it still seemed like a good idea. Because I was still drunk. I'm gonna play one of those songs for you right now. This is a song my wife hates. All women are crazy. All men are dumb. 'Cause though we know they're crazy, we still want some. There's nothing new. And it's sad but true that we just can't quit a man. We can't live with him. What's a man to do? Back in the Bible, there was a tree. Lord said to Adam, don't you eat that fruit. He said, fine by me. But then along came Eve, looking to do wrong. And on account of her tits and his lack of wits, Adam went along. 'Cause all women are crazy. All men are dumb. 'Cause though we know they're crazy, we still want some. There's nothing new. Sad but true that we just can't quit a man. We can't live with him. What's a man to do? Take my old lady, please. I bought her a gown. We were fixing to go out mixing out on the town. She said, do I look fat? I said, heck no, just a little round. And since that day, I've walked this way. It hurts to sit down. 'Cause all women are crazy. All men are dumb. 'Cause though we know they're crazy, we still want some. There's nothing new. And it's sad but true that we just can't quit a man. We can't live with him. What's a man to do? Now, fellas, there comes a time in every woman's life, about once a month to be exact, when they get kind of ornery. Oh, they start kicking and fussing and fighting. We don't know what's wrong with it. But in a week or so, they generally come around. And they'll look you right in the eye, too, and they'll say, I'm sorry, honey. I was just PMSing. Now, ladies, I feel for you. I really do. This is not an easy thing to go through. But since we already know the outcome, I'd like to propose a little experiment. Boys, the next time your woman gets crazy, I'm going to say, about a month from now, I want you to just look her right in the eye, and I want you to ask her, honey, are you sure you're not just PMSing? And you better grab your dick and run for the fucking hills. When I met my lady and asked for her hand, she was the calmest and sweetest girl in all the land. But then the ring went on and she went all wrong. And like a midnight thriller, she went bridezilla. She spat pea soup and became a killer. She ate 3 kids and my auntie's wig and the pastor's dog. Why? 'Cause all women are crazy. All women are dumb. Crazy. We still want some. There's nothing new. we just can't quit them and we can't live with them. You just can't shoot them or you'll end in prison. And the biker from hell in your prison cell might take a shine to you.
The king reprimanded his men and demanded they put to good use all his wealth to cure his deep ennui. For you see, he found that he was sad and lonely ever since his wife, the queen, got mad and rode off on his steed. Castle wall. There was a tinker and he was a thinker, the smartest man in all the world. He made a mechanical girl. But you see, his daughter passed away that summer, and though he knew he could not replace her, he missed his family. Limited edition version. Suddenly a knock at the door went around with a knock. And the kingsman came in blowing horns. By order of his highness, we're to take you and that thing to present your marvel to the king. And so, over the glen, through the castle walls, over the moat, and into the great castle hall, when her major urged, the robot girl emerged. I could really use steam powered giraffe. I can't do the robot. When the king laid eyes upon the girl, he was delighted as man overnight. He yelled aloud for all the world, I'll take her for my queen. And the man screamed, please don't take my child, I beg you, mighty king. And they grabbed him by his tailcoat and threw him in the moat. Later in their wedding bed, the king was shocked to see a tender kiss upon the cheek, unleashed an armory. Rocket launchers and flame-throwing guns grew from her sides, and she grew to 7 times her size. He expected a knock was heard upon the door. It was his robot girl. You see, he made her indestructible bullets, and she destroyed their awful kingdom, and they lived happily. So you see the moral of the story is never take a child away from a loving parent, especially not ones who make children who shoot rockets from their eyes. You know what? Actually, March and April. February through April. You know what? Actually, my birthday's in January. Your birthday's from January to let's say June. July. Okay, August. Alright, fuck it. If your birthday's in the next 365 days, this song is for you. But if you're born on leap year, you're not in this game. You're a fucking mute. Okay? Don't trust anybody who, like, you know, turns 1 year older every 4 years. That's fucking weird. His horror show never ran anymore. so many candles on top. When you are so decrepit, your chest so tight, when you pull them out, your lungs are gonna pop. But you cannot complain each time you feel a pain, or you have arthritis and gout. Cause when you stop convention, all your teeth fall out. So have another cigarette, have another beer. Raise that glass to one more year. Birthday, my old friend. Since as hard as you will never end. And any moment's your last breath. Here's to another day closer to death. Your skin is so worn out and old. All over your body it's sagging. You didn't think this would be a nice birthday song, did you? I look like a turn of the century homosexual. Listen to it real. Your skin is so worn out and old. All over your body it's sagging. Especially loose is your old papoose. You're dragging it behind you in a wagon. Well, you're an alcoholic and you're blind and deaf. And you have Alzheimer's, I bet. You're too old to remember, but you're too drunk to forget. So have another cigarette, have another beer. Raise that glass to one more year. God! Birthday, my old friend. It seems as hard as you will ever end. And any moment's your last breath. Here is to another day closer to death. You're so old, you smell like dust, Ashley. And now your bones begin to rust. Angelia. See that face, it's full of wrinkles. Keanu. Don't have another cigarette, have another beer. Please that glass to one more year. Now I know she's really shy, and she wouldn't say that it's her birthday, but there's also a Maria here whose birthday it is today. Where are you? Come on, raise your hand. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Tom, point her out, Tom. No, I didn't say put your dick out and point it out. Just point her out. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. All right, everybody, move aside so we can see her. Hi! Happy birthday! Happy birthday, my old friend. It seems as hard as you will never end. Any moment's your last breath. Here's to another day closer to your sweet Thank you for letting me cheat.
Oh, and now the end is near, and I face that final curtain. So goodbye to strife. This is the last dance of my life. Lord, of this I'm certain. I've been a sinner, I've been a saint, done both good and evil deeds. Oh, but in the end, I was good to my friends, and that's good enough for me. Oh, good Lord, they say all souls you forgive. Well, if that's true, then why does there need to be a hell? Hey! Shut up. What's that sulfury smell? Now I can feel the fire creeping in my mind. I'm going to hell in a handbasket. It's Bohemian Rhapsody. Oh, Galileo, Mamma Mia, Scaramouche, Scaramouche. Oh, feels the buzz, got a devil put aside for me. I'm going to hell in a handbasket.
worry, I saved a seat for you. I'm going to hell in a handbasket, and I might like it that way. No, this ain't no lie. I'd rather be Kentucky Fried than alive and kicking in Jersey any day. I'm going to hell in a handbasket. I pray if I had the guile. No, this ain't no fib. I'd rather be a splatter on the devil's bib, 'cause on my knees repent ain't my style. I'm going to hell in a handbasket. Oh, please don't pray for me. No, I don't need to be saved. Of the devil I ain't afraid. There ain't nothing he can do that ain't already been done to me. I'm going to hell in a handbasket. And I'll have good company too. 'Cause if I was so bad, then there's no need to be sad. 'Cause everybody else will be there too, including you. Oh, good Lord, I only ask you forgive the self-righteous who deceive. When your words they twist, we both know hell don't exist. Except in the minds of the poor fools who believe. Thank you very, very much for coming out. I'll see you next year right here. Good night.
3 heavy stones will keep it from floating. Weigh it down to the bottom. Food for the fishes, and I know that it won't be discovered. 'Cause I will be careful, so very careful. What if it doesn't rain for days and the river is reduced to its muddy bed where the corpse exposed? I would work in haste, and I might bury the bones in a shallow grave, and the rain comes and moves rocks and the stones, washes away all the dirt and the mud flows. Bones are exposed, and well, you know how that goes. All right! I'll wait for the day when I finally defile the bodies of my ex-lovers. I'll high to the sky the bodies of my ex-lovers. Lovers die, 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 die. Watch them die, 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 die. Watch them die. I would like to point out to the professional photographers in the room that if you take a picture of me from my left side, that's your right side, you're going to get this. You're going to get a whole bunch of hat, a giant nose, and the fat Cuban ass I'm desperately trying to hide with my guitar. Now, on the other hand, if you stand to my right, which is your left, you'll get a good deal of my face, which makes my nose look smaller. Not so much of my hat, and my giant Cuban ass will be obscured by this beautiful guitar. And then I won't have to send you hate mail later. Why'd you make me look so fat? Ladies and gentlemen,
Have any of you been to one of my shows before? Well, then you probably know that this song has become something of a drinking game, right? Those of you who don't know, it's called the Ex-Lover's Lover drinking game, and the rules are really quite simple. Every time I say the word die in this song, take a nice big swig of your drink. I saw you with him, you look so happy. All love that can change, 'cause I am so lonely, and I had lots of time to send you straight to the devil. I'm taking my time to plan your demise. What if I were to cut you up and mail each part to a different town? It would take the most brilliant private eye, the rest of his life just to put you together, a piece in each mailbox all over the planet, from Moscow to Tokyo to Guadalajara. I wait for the day when I finally defile the bodies of my ex-lovers, lovers. I'll pile high to the sky the bodies of my ex-lovers, lovers. I wait for the day when I finally destroy the bodies of my ex-lovers, lovers. I'll pile high to the sky the bodies of my ex-lovers, lovers. Get those drinks ready. Here we go. Die. We don't want them to dribble. Die. Die. Da-da-die. That's 3 of them. Die, da-da-die, da-da-die. Watch them die. Die, die, da-da-die. Da-da-da-die, die. Watch them die. If you were worried about getting laid tonight, just stand next to someone playing the game. I saw you with him, you look so happy. That will never change, because I know myself too well. I don't have the courage to carry out my dreams, and only there will I see them die, 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 die. Watch them die, 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 die. Watch them die, 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 die. Watch them die, 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 die. Oh, fucking die already.
Song. If you're getting married anytime soon, I implore you to play this song as you're walking down the aisle. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful love song called Stuck With You.
I'm having
You're a song, you're such a bore. Your underwear strewn on the floor.
You're a pack rat, most extreme. A house is full of magazines.
This one is broke, and yet I bet it's not the same experience.
You want to talk, sleepyhead. Now get your fat ass out of bed. Oh, look in the eyes of God. We set our vows before the pews. Not until death may we part. So until then I'm stuck with you. Why should I give a tinker's cuss? She was your sister, what's the fuss?
Well, it lasts to know the truth. What's good for gander is good for goose.
Hey, now that's different. You took to bed my favorite dog and all my friends. So bloody in the eyes of God, we set our vows before the views. Not until death may we part. So until then I'm stuck with you. Oh, bloody in the eyes of God. We said our vows before the pews, not until death may we part.
This is my curse, I said I do. Better or worse, I'm stuck with you. I should have given you one to match.
Did you forget? You got me back. You chopped my thumb off with an axe.
You look like kittens one by one. You looked like you were having fun.
You stabbed my mother in the chest with a Korean bayonet. Over in the eyes of God, we said our vows before the pews. Not until death may we part. No, until then I'm stuck with you. Over in the eyes of God, we said our vows before the pews. Not until death may we part. This is my curse, I said I do. Lest you die first, I'm stuck with you. As I lay here 6 feet down, a body buried underground. In this dark and damn cold, I'm just glad I'm not alone. Oh, but in the eyes of God, we said our vows before the pews. Not until death may we part. So until then I'm stuck with you. Oh, but in the eyes of God, we said our vows before the pews. Not until death may we part.
I'm not sad, I said I do.
I'm just glad I was stuck with you.
There's a pilot impaled to the wing, and he's dead. And all the passengers, they are missing, 'cause they're dead. Oh, someone tell me why I'm alive. I don't even care, and yet I have been spared. There's a girl with a hole in her heart, and she's You guys are a quick study. There's an infant that's been torn apart. Now he's Oh, someone tell me why I'm alive. I don't even pray, and yet I have been saved. The good Reverend Carlin was right. He said when you pray, only 50% of the time will you get your way. If God doesn't listen to our cries when we call, someone tell me what's the point of praying at all? There's a man and he lives in the sky, so they say, and he watches us all of the time. So I read, oh, someone tell me why it could be he won't talk to me. Could it be that I'm dead? The good Reverend Carlin was right. He said when you pray, 50% of the time will you get your way. If God doesn't listen to our cries when we call, someone tell me what's the point decided that you didn't need it. So don't bother asking for cures or an answer. God is the one who gave you the cancer.
There's a monster that lives neath your bed. Oh, for crying out loud, there's a futon on the floor. He must be flat as a board. There's a creature that lurks behind the door. Though I've checked there 15 times, when I leave then he arrives every night. Tell the monster that lives neath your bed to go somewhere else instead, or you'll kick him in the head. Tell the creature that lurks behind the door, if he knows what's good he won't come here no more. So you're kicking his ass at the count of 4. Good night, demon slayer. Good night. Now it's time to close your tired eyes. There's devils to slay, dragons to ride. They see you coming, hell, they better hide. Good night, good night, good night. Good night, my little slayer, good night. Tell the monster that eats children that you taste bad, and you're sure you'd be the worst he's ever had. If he eats you, don't you fret, just cut him open with an axe. But I guess a bot lip would work too. Don't regret it, he deserves it, he's a cad. Tell the harpies that land on your bedpost that come 10 to 5, you'll roast them alive. Tell the devil it's time you gave him his due. He should go back to hell, he should shake in his shoes, cause the mightiest, scariest creature is you. Good night, demon slayer, good night. Now it's time to close your tired eyes. There's devils to slay, dragons to ride. They see you coming, hell, they better hide. Good night, good night, good night. Good night, my little slayer, good night. I won't tell you there's nothing beneath your bed. I won't sell you that it's all in your head. This world of ours is not as it seems. The monsters are real, but they're not in your dreams. Learn what you can from the beast you defeat. You'll need it for some of the people you'll meet. Let's sing it to them. Let's welcome to Dragon Con. Slayer, good night. Now it's time to close your tired eyes. Good night, good night, good night. Good night, my little slayer, good night. Good night. Good night, good night. Good night. Welcome to Dragon Con, Mars. Some people How could it be? How could it be that you're gonna sing along with a song you've never heard before? Well, I've been around for a long time, and I learned along the way. If you want to go on the radio, there are words you just can't say. Well, I thought hard about it, and I found a way around it. Help me go on the radio and say the words I can't. You got to sing along to make this song the dirtiest song that ain't. Come on, man, won't you give me your hand to say the words I can't. You got to sing along to make this song the dirtiest song that ain't. Down in Carolina, I met a girl with a knife. I reached down between us, and I whipped out my penis. Skipped right past the sucking and got right down to fucking. She said, I hope you don't mind if I ask, would you slip it into my ass? Help me go on the radio and say the words I can't. You got to sing along to make this song the dirtiest song that ain't. Come on, man, won't you give me your hand and say the words I can't. You got to sing along to make this song the dirtiest song that ain't. My husband was a trucker. He was a filthy motherfucker. Didn't want to wrestle with this no good stinking asshole. I heard him come through the kitchen door while I was banging his filthy heart. I knew I'd end up in a ditch if he caught me riding his dick. Help me go on the radio and say the words I can't. You got to sing along to make this song the dirtiest song that ain't. Come on, man, won't you give me your hand and say the words I can't. You have to sing along to make this song the dirtiest song that ain't. Exciting conclusion. Mercy, please, I told him. But then he grabbed me by the scruff, and he did something heinous. He exposed his said, I don't mean to seem crass, but why are you buttering up your ass? Said, my wife's a beard and she lured you here, 'cause I'm queer and I love it in the beer. Help me go on the radio. You had to say the words I can't. You had to sing along to make this song the dirtiest song that ain't. Thank you, man, for lending a hand and saying the words I can't. You had to sing to make this song the dirtiest song, the filthiest song, the dirtiest song that ain't. Thank you very much.
Malcolm, I'm so sorry. Apparently I put it in the wrong hole. It happens a lot. They said... That's what they said. It was Swahili, for those of you who don't speak that language. They said, if you bring the whole band, they will come. That is what they said. They said if you bring the whole band, they will lose their minds. I am hoping it's true. So, to inspire you, here's a little song about losing your mind and, you know, fuck the whole head section, really.
Above, so below, place your bets. Which way the head will roll, made in your imagery, or at least as twisted and mean as need for your eyes. What a curious sight! Your substance have turned on you, and you say you don't sleep well at night. Well, we'll take care of that for you. As you should, and you blame. It was all for our very own. It was a lie, a magnificent lie. Now your subjects have turned on you, and you say you had lots on your mind. Well, we'll take care of that for you. Get you snapping off her neck. I'm the head of the board, now I'm bored of her head. Sharpen up the blade, boys. What are you waiting for? Here's where we all get up. Like with this smile on your face. Rough it all clean with our new guillotine. Sharpen up the blade, boys. What are you waiting for? Here's where we all get up. All my troubles, all my pain stems from this thing that you call a brain. Be my guest, sever me from the source of all my agony. What a shame, I've forgotten my name. Without the use of my brain and mind, let us sleep well tonight. Without this head of mine, just a stepping off the neck. I'm the head of the board, now I'm bored of my head. Sharpen up the blade, boys. What are you waiting for? Here's where we all get up. And watch that damn smile off your face. Laugh it off, play with our new guillotine. Sharpen up the blade, boys. Nelson out rolling, heads will be rolling. For me, sir, won't you see the season of here I dread? I seem to have lost my head. I think I left it about. Down to the ground, I kick it around. Does anyone think I need any means? I'm bloody bad ugly head. Please, sis, for me, sis, won't you see the season of got black hair? It's kicking about the square. I'm feeling a foolish sure. And I think that I might have rolled in the store. Does anyone think I need any means? I'm bloody bad ugly head.
Thank you so much.
Awesomely funny cartoon of Mohammed back home. I didn't say that. I really didn't. Tells you something though, right? Like we were on the highway coming down here and we stopped at some rest stop and there was like some funny little Jesus statue. He was like, how come no one's trying to bust a cap into Kevin Smith's ass? God thinks all blacks are obsolete farm equipment. God thinks the Jews killed the sun and must be punished. God thinks the white man is Satan. God, they know what God thinks. God thinks we should all convert to Christian. Forgot the line. Damn you! God thinks we must all be Christians, and God thinks we should all embrace Islam. God thinks the only true religion is Hinduism, and I know what God thinks. God thinks you're a waste of flesh. God prefers an atheist. Oh, God thinks all people like you are hateful. God thinks all people like you are an embarrassment to creation. Self-righteous, judgmental, first to throw the stone and using his name for your own protection. God thinks the sun revolves around the earth. God thinks there was something very wrong with Copernicus. God thinks abortion is murder, and God thinks everything that science gave us is wrong. God thinks women deserve it. God thinks AIDS is a form of punishment. I hate people who blame the devil for their own shortcomings, and I hate people who thank God when things go right, and I know what God thinks. God thinks you're an idiot. Oh, God prefers a heretic. Oh, God thinks all people like you are hateful. God thinks all people like you are an embarrassment to creation. Self-righteous, judgmental, goes to throw the stone, and you're using his name for your own agenda. Never just a man who puts his words in the mouth of God. Says it's absolute truth, it's lies, and it smells like death. It's all in a day's work, taking money from the poor. Why do you think that God would need your dirty money if he wanted to start a holy war? Self-righteous, judgmental, goes to throw the stone, and you're using his name for your own agenda. God thinks puppies need to drown, and God thinks babies need to die, 'cause God is neither good nor bad. God is you and me. God is everything. Now, I write a set list to give me an idea of what I should be playing, but in moments like this, I look down and I think, well, fuck that. I've got a better idea. As it happens, there's a gentleman here tonight. He's, I'm not going to lie, dressed like a gay Captain Morgan. I believe his name is Lee. Anyone see a piratey-looking fellow walking around? He's probably puking in the bathroom or something. I think Lee is incapacitated. I had a conversation with him earlier, and he said, "Today's my birthday." I said, "Wow, you're kind of like a gay Captain Morgan." And he said, "I am a faggoty pirate." Those are his exact words. I'm not making that up. Well, fuck, I don't know if Lee's here anymore, but allegedly today's his birthday, so fuck it. I'm gonna sing him a birthday song. And he's probably, he's probably dropping anchor in the men's room. Lee, I hope you can hear this from the latrine.
I was alone and I needed a date. I was taking a walk past the cemetery gate when I saw a sign that said for a good time, take a left down at tombstone number 8. Went through the gateway and I'm pretty sure I saw some eyes peeking out of a sepulcher. I took a step into the tomb of the repute. That's where I met her, the zombie prostitute. I grabbed her left breast and I'm pretty sure I tore it. I said go down, but she didn't have the stomach for it. But teeth fell out and her tongue fell out to boot. But all in all she was a rotten kind of cute. Well, I was tense, it was plain to see. A sort of rigor mortis was coming over me. I didn't want to see it, but I just had to believe it. I had a stiffy for the slip in front of me. Is this appropriate for an all ages show? Now I'm falling apart from my head down to my toes. I don't know which of my organs is the next to go. I've been such a sleaze since she gave me the disease. Wouldn't you know now I'm a zombie gigolo? I took my first client on a date. We took a walk to the cemetery gate. I got under her slip, but then I heard a rip. I pulled it out and I said, that's not what I said. That's what R2-D2 said. Baby, keep the tip. Morally, I'm destitute in the tomb of the repute. She's a rotten kind of cute or a zombie prostitute.
Thanks so much for it. That lady's it's kind of dark where you're standing. You coming up or no? Come on up. This lady, that lady, that lady. And that gentleman right there, the handsome gentleman with the tattoos and the earrings. Oh, that lady right there. And that lady right there. And, oh gosh. How's it looking? Do me a favor, can you please just get that guitar stand out of the way so no one hurts themselves? That gentleman. These two right here, the gentleman and the lady in front of him. And that gentleman with the Deddy hat, of course. In fact, if you're wearing a Deddy hat, you automatically get to come up here. Okay. Is this enough people? Is this enough people? It sounds like a no. Alright. How can I say no to Satan? Sweet Lord Satan on electric guitar tonight. Joker. Why so serious? Get up here. I'm looking for one last person. The man who's going to give himself tendinitis raising his hand
in the white shirt. Come on over here. We have so much room. We could probably do another 5. And you. Although you are really pushing the limits of how colorful a person can dress on stage and still be in the Beelzebub Philharmonic Choir. Okay? All right, the lady who everyone's friends are pointing to. That didn't come out quite right, but you get what I mean. And gentlemen in the goggles. Miss America, and not Miss America, Wonder Woman. Come on up, Wonder Woman. And Joe. And the gentleman in the white shirt. And that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Beelzebub Philharmonic Choir! Any family? Yeah. I know, I'm looking for my son. Hey, Mars, you out there? He's like, fuck this, I'm at Rocky Horror. Okay, well, here we go. If you find him, tell him he can just bum rush the stage. That's it. Here we go. I'm the fly in your suit, I'm the pebble in your shoe, I'm the pea beneath your bed, I'm a bump on every head, I'm the peel on which you slip, I'm a pin in every head, I'm the thorn in your side, makes you wiggle and ride. Why? It's so easy when you're evil. I'm evil. This is the life you see. The devil fits his hat to me. I do it all because I'm evil. I'm evil, I do it all for free. A dramatic pause. This is what happens when you don't come to the rehearsal. Your tears are all the pain you'll ever need. While there's children to make sad, while there's candy to be had, while there's pockets left to pick, while there's grannies left to trip down the stairs, I'll be there. I'll be waiting round the corner. It's a game, I'm glad I'm in it, cause there's one more every minute. Why? It's so easy when you're evil. I'm evil, parent. This is the life you see. The devil gives his hat to me. I do it all because I'm evil. I'm evil, I do it all for free. It's a dramatic pause. Are you always that premature? Your tears are all the pain I'll ever need. Get a little closer and take it away, choir. I pledge my allegiance to all this dark and high. From this time my damned soul to do as I am told. Lord, Beelzebub has never seen a soldier quite like me. Not only does his job, but does it happily. The Beelzebub Philharmonic Choir, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the fear keeps you awake. I'm the shadows on the wall. I'm the monsters they become. I'm the nightmare in your skull. I'm the dagger in your back. An extra turn upon the rack. I'm the quivering of your heart. A stabbing pain, a sudden start. Why? It's so easy when you're evil. I'm evil. This is the life you see. The devil tips his hat to me. I do it all because I'm evil. I'm evil. I do it all for free. Your tears are all the pain you'll ever need. And I do it all for free. Your tears are all the pain you'll ever need. And I do it all for free. Your tears are all the pain I'll ever need. It's so lonely being evil. But I'm
good to see you smile.
Even for a little while. And no one loves you when you're evil. Don't anyone put their hand on me and insult me or anything. I better be a girl. Okay, creepy. My teeth. Your tears are all the comfort I need. Thank you so much.
The moon was full and the color of blood, and as the pirates came to the vampire club, the leader was tall and snide and slim. He looked like gay Captain Morgan. Well, he recognized a vampire from his school. He did something that was most uncool. He said, "Hey everybody, see the fool in the cape? His name is Bernie Weinstein and he's in the 8th grade." Fangs were flying, capes were torn, hell had no fury like a vampire scorn. Number one rule in this game, never call one by his real name. Wigs were pulled, top hats were crushed, by pointy boots in a rush, and Boris at the bar orders a blood and says it's just another night at the Vampire Club. Missy lost a fang in the ladies' room. We all laughed and called a snaggled tooth. Deer was mad cause he broke his cane and he flushed his contacts down the drain. There was so much angst after the fight. Vlad and Akasha broke up that night while some rivet heads danced in a puddle of goo. They used to be father you know who. Fangs were flying, capes were torn, hell had no fury like a vampire scorn. Number one rule in this game, never call one by his real name. Wigs were pulled, top hats were crushed, by pointy boots in a rush, and Boris at the bar orders a blood and says it's just another night at the Vampire Club. Are there any Star Trek fans in here? The reason I mentioned it is because I just realized that the giant planet-eating amoeba from episode 57 of the original series is right there on the wall. So that's how they did it. Well, it's hard to believe, but we're still around. When we hang out, it's always upside down. Dressed in black from toe to head, singing Bela Lugosi, still undead. A gaggle of gods is a peaceful sight. We'd do anything to avoid a fight. But if you really want to see some gore and blood, wait till the ravers come to the Vampire Club. Or at least all the people go hear TJ Hellraver play. Fangs were flying, capes were torn, hell had no fury like a vampire scorn. Number one rule in this game, never call one by his real name. Wigs were pulled, top hats were crushed, by pointy boots in a rush, and Boris at the bar orders a bud and says it's just another night at the Vampire Club.
Or Day of the Dead, as we say in English, happens on November 2nd. It's like Halloween, but it's different, and I'll tell you why. Because here we celebrate Halloween, we get all dressed up like vampires, we go out and get really drunk. Actually, that's called Friday. It's totally different. We get all dressed up, we go out, we collect candy maybe, but in Mexico, entire families on November 2nd, Day of the Dead, they pack a picnic basket and they grab a picnic blanket and they go to a cemetery and they have a cemetery picnic, and it's an overnight affair. How unbelievable is this? Entire, perfectly normal Mexican families partying at cemeteries overnight. Now, what they do is they go to the grave of someone who's recently diseased. They were diseased and then they became deceased. And they go there to their grave and they bring the drink that that person used to like to drink. And they bring the food that that person used to like to eat. And if the person who's dead was a small child, they bring candy that child would have liked to eat. They bring toys that child would have liked to play with. Yes, I heard you all 27 times. And when I got back to New York City, I told my son about Day of the Dead, and he said, "Papa, we have to go to Day of the Dead. November 3rd, we're going." I said, "Well, yeah, we're totally going to go, but it's November 2nd. He goes, "No, we should go November 3rd so I can collect the candy and toys from the dead kids." No, don't encourage him. No. But that's totally sacrilegious. I'm not even a religious man, but that's really messed up. He knows me so well. He looked at me, he said, "You said they bring booze too, right?" Damn you, Day of the Dead at the date. Now, as it happens, I have a song called Day of the Dead. When I sang it in Mexico, of course, I sang it in Spanish. Here we are in America, so I should probably sing it in English. Oh, what the hell? This is a democracy, so we can put it to a vote. If you'd like to hear Day of the Dead in English, please cheer now. Got some patriots in the house. If you'd like to hear it in Spanish, please cheer now. Proving yet again that Hispanics are loud. Un turista americano vino a México y simplemente no pudo creer lo que aquí vio. Sintió un trueno y la tierra firme se le abrió. Salieron muchos esqueletos de ese hueco. Porque tendré Día de los Muertos y en Calacas vio. Oh, 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 de gringos se asustó. El Día de los Muertos el cabrón se arrugó. Oh, 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 aquí en México. You know, in Mexico, there was this thing they did also. During this song on the chorus, when it comes around, they all went, oh, oh, oh. Just, wow, exactly like that. That's so weird. Except during the right part. Well, I will make you a deal, folks. If you sing that, oh, 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 part when it comes, yes, exactly that part. It's going to be a long show. That part when it comes around in the chorus, when you go home tonight, you can tell all your friends you speak fluent Spanish. I will back you up. I'll be right behind you. Un esqueleto apestoso e inquieto robó un burrito de blanquito y se lo tragó. La piñata la rompieron y salieron los murciélagos. El pobre americano en los pantalones se cagó. Porque tendré Día de los Muertos y en Galacas vio. Que gringo se asustó. El Día de los Muertos el cabrón se arrugó. Aquí en México. Muy bien, clase, muy bien. Le dijimos no tengas miedo, chico, pasa una vez al año. Cuando el infierno está lleno, los muertos suben aquí a bailar y a chupar. When hell is full, the dead will walk the earth, and apparently they come up here for the beer. llega la canción. El gringo se asustó. El día de los muertos el cabrón se arrugó. Aquí en Mexico it was the day of the dead. Did you hear what I just said? I didn't even know. Day of the dead, I tried not to lose my head. Way down in Mexico.
Wait, I have 10 minutes, right? I have 5. So I'm going to do a song that you can't get anywhere but on the live CD because a lot of you have never heard it. I'll do When You're Able Tonight. Come on, it's like... When You're Able is also available on a CD, and if you want to hear it exactly the way it's supposed to go... 4 minutes. 3 minutes. I've been a sinner. I've been a saint. Thank you. Done both good and evil deeds. Whoa, but in the end, I was good to my friends, and that's good enough for me. This is an 8-minute song. Oh, good Lord, they say all souls who forgive will live. That's true, then why does there need to be a hell? Hey, what's that sulphurous smell? I can feel fire creeping into my thigh. I'm going to hell in a handbasket. It's a bohemian rhapsody. Oh, Galileo, mamma mia, Scaramouche. Oh, Beelzebub's got a devil put aside for me. I'm going to hell in a handbasket. My flesh, they'll make a feast. I'm gonna be there in that number. That's 666, the number of the beast. I'm going to hell in a handbasket. At least I'll have a view. Oh, I will see the fire through the rusty razor wire. Oh, don't you worry, I saved a seat for you. I'm going to hell in a handbasket, and I might like it that way. No, this ain't no lie. I'd rather be Kentucky Fried than alive and kicking in Jersey any day. I'm gonna hell in a handbasket. I pray if I had the guile. No, this ain't no fib. I'd rather be a splatter on the devil's bib. Cause on my knees repent ain't my style. I'm going to hell in a handbasket. Oh, please don't pray for me. No, I don't need to be saved. Of the devil I ain't afraid. There ain't nothing he can do that ain't already been done to me. I'm going to hell. 14 more verses in a handbasket. I have good company too. Cause if I was so bad, then there's no need to be sad. Cause everybody else will be there too, including you and the fire marshal. Wait for it.
What?
Oh, good Lord, says Princess Leia. And that is how you know you're at Dragon Con. I only ask you forgive the self-righteous who deceive when your words they twist We both know hell don't exist, except in the minds of the fools who believe. Sorry, Christian. Sorry, Elvis. Sorry,
Testicle. You can call it a brain-eating meteor from outer space, but y'all really looked at that thing? It looks like a green ball sack, and it has like a stalk with an eye at the end. I don't know about you, but when I go to the bathroom, I see pretty much that same cartoon. Down under. All right. Now, I hate to keep bringing up the Mexicans, but they were so fucking awesome, I can't forget them. When they sang along to this, they actually did the intro. They went, oh, 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 and I swear to God, I thought I was at a football game. And I thought I was drunk. Step right up on a reasonable guy. Don't be frightened by the look in my eye. I'm just your average evil meteor from out of the sky. Well, I'm just shy and scared in this place. A fish out of water from outer space. You can see that the trip is left me tired and drained. So why don't you be a pal and bring me some grace? Swahili, that's not really true. Fucking racist, that's what that is. Let's make this song slightly more interesting, ever so slightly. When I say brains, you say brains. I have this sinking suspicion this is going to be a winning combination. Go down to your neighbor's place, see the dull expression on his face. Doing him a favor if he brought him to me. He ain't using his brains, just watching TV. Go down to Mr. McGee's. He hasn't had a thought since 43. His brain is the portrait of vanity. He ain't using it, why not give it to me? Brains. I won't lie. I'll eat the brains till it's all right. Don't be so fucking literal. Maybe you should just say brains if I point at you. Brains. I won't lie. I'll eat the brains till the song will find. Should have made my thing against the rain, but they won't give it a thought to repeat their brains. Brains. It's okay. It's not a matter if it isn't gray. And if at first they think it's strange, they won't think twice if they don't have a brain. Go down to the Wonton shop. The fortune cookie says that I just can't stop. My son couldn't do it right out of the heads, and half an hour later I'm hungry again. That shit's racist right there. Go down to the donut stop, sneaking tiptoe past the cop. Pick me up a cruller and a couple of tea, and any other sweet breads you happen to see. Brains. I won't lie. I'll eat the brains till the song will fly. Should they might think it's the rain, but they won't give it a thought to repeat their brains. Brains. It's okay. It's not a matter if it isn't gray. And if at first they think it's strange, they won't think twice if they don't have a brain. Brains. I'm drunk with power right now. I'm just drunk, actually. Brains. I need them. My tummy jumps for joy when I eat them. Big ones, fat ones, short ones, tall ones. So delectable, especially the small ones. No time to cook them in a skillet. Fellas rumble in, I gotta need a filling. Don't fry them, the heat will only shrink
I just grab myself a straw and I drink a to go around, bring me every single brain in town. But with all these brains, I can't help but think that there isn't one left out there to train. Now, Fessa boy, come on, heck, is there someone that you're trying to protect? Bring her down here to meet her, and I promise I'll be your bestest friend. Brains, I won't lie, I'll eat the brains noodles on the line. Sure, they might think it's the rain, but they won't give it a thought until we're beating the brains. It's okay, it's not a matter of it isn't great. And in fact, first they think it's strange. You won't think twice if you don't know the brains. Bring me her parade. Bring me her parade. Bring me her parade.
Le café on the Champs-Élysées, I saw a girl the other day. It's a love song. I was beguiled till I saw her smile. It was a gash across her face. Not long ago she found that she was alone, so she wandered into the vaudeville show. She should have known it'd be bad. She saw the name that it had, the Straight Razor Cabaret. The first act was a stripper, and the host looked like Jack the Ripper. But the audience was dreary, so he slashed them smiles from ear to ear. He used a straight razor, cause he's a face raper, and there's nothing he's more than a stick in the mud. And if he tells a joke, you better laugh until you choke at the Straight Razor Cabaret. When I went down to Camden Town, I saw a man reading a Bible. I won't in haste describe his face, or I might be sued for libel. Not long ago, he found that he was alone, so he wandered into the vaudeville show. He should have known it'd be Maine. He discovered the name, the Straight Razor Cabaret. While a strumpet rode a donkey, the host juggled 5 dead monkeys. But the audience were snobs, so he took a knife right to their gobs. He used a straight razor, cause he's a face raper, and there's nothing he's more than a stick in the mud. And if he does a trick, you better laugh until you're sick at the Straight Razor Cabaret. La 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 la. La 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 la. He used a straight razor, cause he's a face raper, and there's nothing he's more than a stick in the mud. And if he pulls a trick, you better laugh until you're sick at the Straight Razor Cabaret. At the Straight Razor Cabaret. At the Straight Razor
Thank you very, very, very much. I did another song for Cartoon Network. Does anybody know the name of it?
Land of the Dead.
What?
Land of the Dead.
That sounds an awful lot like Land of the Dead.
Land of the Dead.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is. It is indeed called Land of the Dead. You know what? I have to tell you. Anybody here ever watch that show they used to have on VH1, Behind the Music?
Yes.
Well, okay. If you raise your hand, you're probably 40. But anyway, the thing I loved about that show is they always had that moment, you know, where they would ask the band, like, "When did you find out you were famous?" And they'd always say something like, "Well, you know, we were walking through a supermarket in New Jersey, and we heard a Muzak version of Girls on Film, and that was probably the time." I've never had that moment because, you know, I'm not famous. But anyway, oh, go on. Oh, seriously, go on. No, I really never had that moment, but I was recently coming back from a show in the UK, and I was on the plane and I couldn't sleep. So I was watching the little TV set you watch on the back of someone's head, and I'm serious. Never been on a plane, huh? And I was there. So I'm watching TV and I'm flipping through the channels, and I got to Cartoon Network, and they start playing this 1-hour movie on the channel called Grimm's Big Boogie Adventure. And I do the opening title sequence song called Land of the Dead, and it's playing, and I'm like, oh my God! And I suddenly realized I have no one to tell. I was like looking around on the plane, and finally I just can't take it anymore, and I start yelling, "That's me! That's me!" And the guy next to me looks at me and he's like, "That's like a cartoon, dude." I learned a very special phrase on that plane I was not previously aware of. It's Sky Marshal. Did not know what a Sky Marshal was up until that moment. In any case, if you've seen the show, you already know how the song goes. If you haven't, well, then it goes something like this. The Minotaur's my butler, the Cyclops my valet, the Centaur drives my chariot that takes me down the way, a river made of fire, through a street that's paved in bones. I got a dozen zombie skeletons to walk me to my throne in the land of the dead. Heck boy, ain't it grand? I'm the overlord of the underworld, whose I hold horror's hand. In the land of the dead, I'm dark side royalty. I'm far renowned in the underground, and you can't take that from me. I'm gonna need help on this next part. Ouch, ouch, ouch. It's a cartoon. Cerberus, my lapdog, as loyal as can be. My bed is made of skulls, I'm in the lap of luxury. I got a dragon's blood jacuzzi, the Gorgon's thick is cool, and a 7-headed Hydra living in my swimming pool. In the land of the dead, heck boy, ain't it grand? I'm the overlord of the underworld, I hold horror's hand. In the land of the dead, I'm dark side royalty. I'm far renowned in the underground, and you can't take that away from me. No, you can't take that from me.
Down the side of an erupting volcano, while drinking from a chalice filled with the laughter of small children, which really looks like the souls of small children, but whatever, I digress. And if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to play that song for you now. Darkness falls over the land, enslaves with a wave of its hand. And I try to see the light through the disease. I try to get up on my feet. Been so long, shackled down on my knees. For somewhere deep inside, I know children. When darkness takes over your soul and makes you feel alone in the cold, find me and grab a hold. This chalice, it overflows. Tonight you're riding a black unicorn down the side of an erupting volcano. And you drink from a chalice filled with the laughter of small children. Lords of strength and gods of might, hand over the reins. Bless our path that tonight we find the will to break these chains and ride. So tonight we're riding all black unicorns down the side of an erupting volcano, and we drink from a chalice filled with the laughter of small children and the blood and tears of our enemies.
It's hard to jump in the middle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Start over.
Like the rain was ill the day the earth stood still, but he told us where we stand. And Flash Gordon was there in silver underwear. But Brains was the invisible man.
Where is he? I can't see him.
Oh, and something went wrong. Both Ray and King Kong, they got caught in a celluloid jam. Then at a deadly pace, it came from outer space. And this is how the message read. It's science fiction, double feature. Dr. X will build a creature. See androids fighting through Rad and Janet, and Francis stars in Avatar. Forbidden Planet. At late night, double feature, picture show. I saw Imogen Carroll was over a barrel when the tarantula took to the hills. And I really got hot when I saw Janet Scott fly the triplet that shoots poison and kills. Dana Andrews said prunes, give him the roots, and passing them took lots of skill. But when worlds collide, said George Powell to his bride, I'm gonna give you a terrible thrill, like a the stars in
The blind side.
forbidden. She did not star in The Blind Side. At the late night double feature picture show, I wanna go. I wanna come. To the late night double feature picture show.
RK who?
At the late night double feature picture show.
Where's the best place
In
to
the
come?
back row.
Left the back row. Front row.
I fuck in the front row where everyone can see it.